Aloo, 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 aloo. We're here, chat's not on screen. Where is my chat? Where is my wonderful chat? Aloo? Aloo, chat? Aloo? What the? Hold on, let's see what the problem here is. Chat? Is Twitch having problems? I think Twitch might have been having some problems, so it might be a Twitch side thing. Let me see. Yeah, Twitch was just down. Epic. We love technology. I love that since I set up chat, I've like literally not had to mess with it since, which is great because I've not had to mess with it, but now I don't remember how to troubleshoot it and fix it. So we might have to go without chat on screen. Maybe? Can I refresh chat? Aloo? 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 Can I do some in Twitch commands? Refresh. Hold on, but how does Twitch command itself up? Nope. Overlay, nope. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about that whole thing. That's not the best thing in the world, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I guess we will probably not be having chat on screen then because of that, but that's fine, it happens. So yeah, hi. Right off the bat, first of all, follower goal has been hit. That happened today, so thank you so much, Charlie578, so much for following. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I also, Discord was being really weird and not letting me open it, so I still have to paste in some Discord things quickly. But while I try and get that running, I can try and run my mouth and paste links in chat. So, right here, we have, as listed in order, the recommendations form. So if you want me to play different kinds of games, and if you want me to try different types of streams that aren't games, and if you want me to maybe suggest follower goal things, because as you can see by the question mark, I don't know what I'm doing for follower goals. I'm just making shit up as I go. But yeah, that's pretty much there for you guys to yell into the void. That is a Google form, which we love so much because Google Forms are great. And then the VODs channel, if you, sorry, I'm like cracking my knuckles while I'm talking. I'm sure some people don't enjoy that very much as I proceed to continue to do it. That's my bad. But yeah, so VODs channel, if you miss any kind of streams, if you like certain categories of streams, I've got them all organized there. If you were watching any of the, I guess, Minecraft series or other game series, I guess if you want to call them series, you can. It feels a bit odd calling them series, but whatever. We've got like the CNC SMP, we've got the Offliners Realm SMP, me and Yellow are doing It Takes Two, we've got a whole bunch of Lethal stuff in there, all the bits and bobs, all the arts and crafts and whatnot. And then the Tumblr account, which I primarily use for like self-promo, not self-promo. CNC SMP is over now, by the way. Don't think I'm gonna start it again. That is so real and fair. However, I've been playing so much on Offliners. Real. Yeah, you've been messaging me some of this stuff, and I'm planning to hop in at some point this week, hopefully. Who knows if it'll be on stream or not, but we'll see. I got full armor terms yesterday. Yes, sir! Yeah, I'm like literally like I need my Minecraft fix, bro. It's not even funny. But we're not doing Minecraft today, but I'll get to that in a second. So yeah, Tumblr is primarily for like if going live, I put a thing in there or I'll add some random bits and bobs every now and again. So yeah, that's what that's all about. And I can't talk and type at the same time, so I'm gonna just let me get some music in the background and then I can work on the wonderful things that are Discord self-promo channels that I put in that are in my friends' Discords. Okay, let's do some. We gotta do some Two Door Cinema Club because I was listening to them nonstop on my plane rides because they're just incredibly based and we love them. We've gotta do it. We've gotta do Two Door Cinema Club. There's just no other thing. Yes sir, Jake S. I love getting emotes right. Yeah, that's so weird that Twitch has just decided to have an aneurysm. Something went wrong while loading the artist? No, it did not, Spotify. You're lying to me. Stop this. Give me my Two Door Cinema Club, I beg of you. I swear, if the intro song is the only music that works, I'm gonna be so annoyed. I might just play it on my phone, unironically, which means the VOD will get muted. So maybe I won't do that because that's never fun. What the hell? And Discord app wasn't loading either. Like, why is everything broken today? What the heck? Please. We just want some wonderful, wonderful two-door cinema club. That's all I'm asking. That's all a boy like me could ever need. Surely. Surely. Okay, well, while I wait for Spotify to have an aneurysm, let me just get this stuff figured out quickly. So, um, I'm so good at words. I love yapping and then deleting the. Please, Two Door Cinema Club. I cannot, like, I feel like it's so weird with how quiet it is. Please. Cinema, club. I'm begging you, Spotify. I hate you, Spotify. Please. HTTPS 2. Wait, no, we need the twitch.tv. Twitch.tv/ literally my username. Hello, Spotify, hello. Okay, let's see. Did this work in here? I have to make sure it's the right channel. Please. It didn't work. I hate everything. What's even the point? Oh, I need the WW. Oh, no, it did work. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, we got one down. We're doing another one. Where? Here we go. I love speeding through this. I'm so good at the things that I'm doing. Paste, enter. I think that's all of them. I believe that's all of them. That should be all of them. Epic. Okay. Now I can close the horror that is Discord. Guess who's done with school? Is it you? Are you done with school? Pause champ. Holding our applause. Yes, sir. Honestly, based and real. School. Oh boy. School, am I right? Okay, yeah, this is seriously gonna throw me off with chat not being on the screen and with there being no music. So it'll be a bit of a, I guess the VOD watchers will know no difference since they don't have music anyway. But for the live viewers, it'll be a little bit silly. Because Spotify just wants me dead in a ditch, I guess. I'll try one more time. Search for something else. Search for your mom, please. At least the intro song worked, I guess. It could have been worse. Things could have been worse. I love that everything's just breaking. But we just roll with it. We just gotta roll with it. Okay, let me get the camera on. Hello? Here we go. Are we working? We're working. Epic. Okay. And then let me also get captions on and working. Hello? Test. There we go. Epic. Cool. Sick. Okay. So yeah, Spotify's not working. We're just gonna close that so at least we don't have that thing in the corner. So I'm gonna go over what we're doing today, and then we're gonna be yapping until I finish making it. That's what we're doing today. So, you can read the stream title probably. My plan was to make a bag out of my graduation honor cords. So that's what I'm doing, and I thought, what better way to do that than to stream it? So, this is what we have to work with. It's a bit of right. So I've got them all already tied at the top here. If I can hold on. Let me try and make this ever so slightly less unsightly. Aloo, cords, please organize yourselves. Aloo. Okay. Surely this works a bit well. Okay. It's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a It is a bit. I don't know how well we're gonna be able to do this with the camera because this is what we have to work with. So this right here, this is not a cord. I made this out of a ribbon. Gay spaghetti, happy pride. True. Happy pride, everybody. I am so sad I missed the pride parade where I'm at because I was in Germany and Austria. I guess we get to pick and choose our things with that, but that was pretty epic. No, right? It's so sad too because I was also sick last year, so I missed it last year as well. So it's like whatever. I guess like Germany makes up for it a little bit. um, but yeah, so this one right here wasn't a cord. I made it out of a ribbon. It's just like rope looking kind of thing. So this is gonna be the mouth of the bag. So I will be able to fit things like milk, which is like the biggest object I'll probably ever buy at a grocery store. I love my gallons of milk. I am a milk animal. Speaking of, when I was on the trip at one of the restaurants, I ordered a cup of milk as my drink, and the waiter comes out with the cup of milk and goes, "Who's the baby?" Which everyone broke down losing their shit laughing because it was the funniest thing in the world. And I'm proud to say I did not go a single day without at least one cup of milk on that trip. So you know what? I guess I'm living up to that name. But yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. So, milk is so good. It is so good. It's so good. It is so good. Yeah, so this is a little bit, this isn't exactly the tutorial I was using. Basically wanted all of these like things you use right next to each other, which I don't have enough to make the mouth big enough to work as a bag. So I'm gonna have them spaced more. I hope that's not a problem, and then just have them do like a few rows where they're tightly up here, and then I'll do some more like meshy looking bigger holes down further we go. Which means, if you can tell, this bag doesn't have any straps on it for like, you know, the whole handheld thing. So I'm thinking I can just use actual plastic bags, do what I did with the ribbon, and just make stuff of this, and then just tie them on, and that can be like my handles. So, I think we probably want to do that first so that we're not getting in the way of this part here. OMG, it's Yellor. Hello, Yellor. I hope you're doing so well. Yeah, I think we probably want to get, you're back? I am back. I am so back. We're so back. And I have so many stories to tell. I should go grab my digital camera I used and show you guys the photos that I took while I'm telling stories, because this is like the storytelling crafting stream. This is all that we're doing. It's gonna be great. But yeah, I think just to start off with the bag, we want to get the candles in with these, because otherwise I don't know how well secured it will be. And then we can go through there doing the whole mesh bit down a lot of it. But yeah, this is it's a lot. You know it's bad when you like don't know what half of them mean anymore. I know this one's the German National Honor Society. This one's biliteracy. And that's literally all I can remember. Like, it's so bad. There's like a science and an English one in here somewhere. We've got I think one of them is just like general honors. But yeah, let me see if I've got a pamphlet that I can see that's got all the stuff listed. Because if I'm like, have all this stuff, I might as well know what I have. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. And while I go, surely we try and get Spotify to load its stupid ass, since everything's just broken today. Jesus. Alrighty, I have the pamphlet with what I apparently have accomplished. So, white, yes, white is CTE. So, I don't know if CTE is like a big thing, not US stuff, but basically it's kind of like profession classes, career path type thing. Where's the other one? Maroon should be, I think this one. So this is the English one. Science green one, this one right here. Service is this lighter green one. World languages is this red one. I think this black one's also one of the CTE ones, but they don't have it listed, which is so wonderful of them. So, you know, I guess that's a thing in itself. And then, oh, maybe not. But yeah, it was very, very not organized. I don't know of this stuff, but noted. So yeah, it's just a lot of rope, and it's like, wow, I've achieved things, and then you graduate, and it's like, what am I expected to do with this now? I think like one of my friends was like labeling them all and hanging them up type of thing, and I'm like, I don't care to do that. I'm making a bag. I'm going to use them because I think that's silly. Let me go put this pamphlet back, and then Spotify still hates our asses, but then we can actually start working on some of the things. And I'm also going to grab digital cameras so we can also show some photos. Alrighty. So yeah, well, I don't know if technology is gonna technology itself today. I don't know why everything's broken. Cause yeah, chat's not on the screen. Spotify just wants to die. It's great. We're doing wonderful. Is there a way I can cycle through these photos from not the beginning? Hold on, give me a second. There's a whole bunch of pictures of Athena. Can you see the puppy? The lighting is so bad with the camera and the freaking camera I'm using, but look, it's the puppy. Okay, let's see. Should have, because yeah, the last like 3 days of the trip, I want to say, I was running so low on storage, and I should have gone through and gotten rid of some of these, but you know, it's a bit too late for that hindsight and all that. Okay. Nope, not that one, not that one, not that one. Nope, I'm so close. Okay, here we go. Is this the airport? This is the airport. Okay, cool. So yeah, we will start with that in a second. But beforehand, I do think it would be awesome. Pup, exactly, so cute, Athena. She actually got spayed while I was gone, and I come back, and her whole lower body has been shaved, and she looks like, you know how like birds have different color chests? That's what she looks like now. It's the funniest thing ever. The cutest, silliest little puppy. She's so derpy. So yeah, we're going to try and make little. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work, so I got 2 bags for trial and error. We'll probably also have to like at least double layer it to make it thick and strong enough. So let me just cut just right along the seams of the bag, and I'm also gonna just set this aside while we do that to make life a little bit easier. Alrighty. Where's the seam for this one? Right here. But yeah, it's not going to be perfect because it is plastic, and plastic is a little bit of a flawed material, one could say. But, you know, it is what it is. What is this cat? Nabbit always adds the cats, and I forget what all of them are. Yo knows? So true. That's probably not how that emote's pronounced, but you know what? I'm just gonna stick with it. Alrighty. Just get the last bit out of here. There we go. And then the other side. Alrighty. Almost. There we go. Like you know. Yo knows, you knows. Like you know. My brain is not processing today, but yo knows. But I see. Gotcha. People kills. Okay. Is this good? Almost. This is such a weird bag. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we need to now, minus the fact that it's like really weird. Okay, we're just gonna cut this at the bottom as well. I say cut as I rip into it. Because it's super duper weirdly set in the bottom. And I feel like to try and make strips that work, we want it to be ever so slightly more square shaped. So. Alright. So I think the person said about like an inch, a little more than an inch. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, and it's not gonna be perfect, and that's alright because it's quite literally plastic bags. Also, I really don't know how well these scissors are gonna cut through this, so we're just gonna hope it works. I'm playing Stardew and watching you at the same time. Let's go, Elite after work time. That is literally, like, the best thing that one could ever do. That sounds so epic. I've tried to get into Stardew so many times, and it's just, like, not stuck. But I'm, like, determined, eventually, I'm going to, like, force myself to get into it. Because it's, like, such a cool game, and I just like gaming. I really am a fan of gaming. Okay, so we're gonna make them all about that thick. Set that one off to the side. Do another. But yeah, on the flight to, we flew from here to Amsterdam, then from Amsterdam to Vienna, and then we bussed up through Austria and Germany and ended up in Munich, and then went back to Amsterdam and back here. And can I just say, everything over there, minus the freaking bubbly drinks that you guys do, which is like freakish, everything else is just perfect. I'm so goated. I'm in year 3 working towards all the skill mastery and perfection in general. Happy. That's so sick. How long does that take you in like actual time for the years? Because there's like some sleeping mechanic where it like depends on it. Long journey, bro. Let me tell you, a freaking 9.5 hour flight is not the best thing in the world. And I embroidered on the one there the whole time, and then I read a book the whole time on the way back. Speaking of the embroidery, I can also bring that to show you guys, because it's so sad, because you look at it and it's just like, what do you mean 9 hours for just that? Sparkle drinks rule? You're so wrong. That's so not true. Sparkle drinks? Oh, we need to talk about all the drink stuff that happened while I was there. I think I'm cursed and have a drinking problem. On the first night we landed there, keep in mind, I did not sleep on the flight. I slept, there was the long one, 9.5 hours, and then the shorter one, which is 1.5 hours. That one was from Amsterdam to Vienna. I slept on that one, not on the other one. So I'm pretty much, you know how, like, sleeping on planes is not really a real thing. Like, you don't really get the sleep in. So I'm pretty much running off of no sleep for the entire day. What time was it we got there? I can't even remember. It depends, Shrug. I'm addicted at the moment, so I played almost 3 sessions in-game in, like, 2 weeks IRL. Jeez, that's awesome. Wine time you. No, oh my gosh, there were just so many things. There's so much to talk about. But, 3 consecutive days in a row, I had problems with my drink. The first one, we were at a place getting, like, a really massive schnitzel, like, literally the size of 2 heads. It was great. And I saw on the menu, it says, lemonade. And I go, I know what that drink is. It's lemonade. I love lemonade. I'll have lemonade. And instead of getting a cup of lemonade, little to my knowledge, until I took a sip out of it, I got a cup of lemon juice. They took a lemon and they squeezed that thing in a cup and they said, here's your lemonade. And so me being a little bit, having not slept, was a little delirious. I was laughing so hard I was crying and also struggling, because I don't do very well with sour things, especially when I'm not expecting it. So I see the error. Yep. And so I'm about, I think it's about 10 minutes in. For whatever reason, they were taking a bit of time with the food, but it is what it is. So I'm about 10 minutes in, painfully trying to sip this lemon, squeezed lemon. We don't have American lemonade. Yeah. Yeah, I grasped that pretty right off the bat. Um, so I'm like suffering. I'm like, I feel bad not drinking it. And this person, and we're like a super long table, and I'm like all the way at this end, and the person all the way over here is like, hey, we've got a sugar packet over here. Would you like that? And I go, yes, I would. That would help me quite a bunch. I would love to have some sugar added to my sour. Yes, please. So they give me the sugar packet, and I pour it in the cup, and it explodes. It bubbles, it fizzes everywhere. So now I'm crying, laughing, delirious, and I've got sticky lemon juice all over. um, and when that also happened, not only did the sugar not dissolve, it just like threw all the sugar out of it. So we still just have lemon juice and just the mess that's everywhere from it. So that was my first experience with drinks. That was the very first day there. The day after that, I think it went. I think it was also at dinner. This was at dinner. So like literally every single incident was at dinner that I had drinks. It was like horrible. So the second night, we're at this like burger place. And I order a apple juice. This was before I knew they bubbled every single drink ever. They carbonate everything there. It's foul. You guys are on to something and it's not good in that sense. So I'm kind of just like letting it air to try and like have it be slightly less carbonated because I can't stand carbonation. And I'm like sipping on it a little bit. And I go to set it down, and you're like, like, okay, this is the table, right? And this is me holding the cup, and it's like kind of slanted. And normally when you set it down like that, it just goes normal. It like, it just normal cup. Instead, it fell this way. Not only did it spill everywhere, but the glass broke. And this is the second day there. This is the second dinner in a row that I've had incident with my drinks. And that was, those were both in Vienna as well. And so then, from Vienna, we go to, what was it? I think Hallstatt? That sounds right. I'm pretty sure it was Hallstatt. Which was by far the best place of the whole trip. It was wonderful, and the lake was awesome, and I got hypothermia the first night we were there, which is, I'll get to that eventually. But for the dinner we had there, this isn't really an incident per se, but it's hilarious. What? We'll get to that, don't worry, I'm still alive, I'm doing great. I do have some massive bruises, though. We don't know what from. It might have been from swimming pool roughhousing, but we're not too sure. So that's great. I don't know if Twitch TOS is like, don't show bruises, that's really weird, so I probably will not be doing that. But the one on my leg is like, unironically, that big. This is my hand for scale. It's like 2 of my hands, a bruise on my leg. But yeah, so the third dinner in a row, I think, Kat, you were here when I was saying this at the beginning, but I order a cup of milk because I noticed they have milk on the menu, and surely they don't bubble, surely they don't carbonate their milk, right? And I love milk, it's like the best beverage in the world, so surely that's a safe one to play by. So I order the milk, the waiter comes over with the beverages, holds it up, looks around and goes, "Where's the baby?" And so for the rest of the trip, every time I had milk, which I did have at least 1 cup every single morning for breakfast, everyone was always like, "Oh, the baby's drinking!" Which was really, really funny. Oh my god. So yeah, that was 3 nights in a row where I had drinking incidents. Absolutely iconic, honestly. Let me think. I don't think there were any. We also have a quote book. There were, unfortunately for us, the, they're not called proctors, like the supervisors, I guess, were like, we're not going to be putting the dirty quotes in because we don't want to. And there were so many good ones. My water bottle, let me actually go grab it to show you guys because you need to, like, see it to understand. Let me go grab my water bottle. Alrighty, so this is the one, the only in my water bottle. There's meant to be blood spray paint all over it. It's very much worn because I put that like literally almost a year ago now, and it's just came off because I didn't seal with anything. But if you can see with the cap here, there's this kind of like rubbery silicone bit that just comes off. I don't know why. I'm not sure the reason for that. I've never had a reason to take it off. Maybe it makes washing easier. I'm not sure. But one of, I think, the most iconic quotes that was not put in the quote book was, I was messing around with my, like, the whole group. It was it was like 4 years worth of German students. And so some of them I knew really well, some of them I didn't know at all. One of them there was like a super close friend of mine. And so me and my friend were like messing around the whole time we were there. And basically I was just like using this as like, I wasn't like really violent, okay? I'm like not gonna be absolutely breaking someone's bones with this thing, but I was just like kind of roughhousing with it and whatnot. And so bro grabs this. The way he grabs it, it pulls this thing off, and immediately I look down and go, "You've circumcised my water bottle." And then that same day, I don't know the context fully for the other part of the conversation, but the premise was just that one of the other people there wow, my brain is just like failed. That's great. But one of the other people there said to my friend that something about being like a professional circumciser and sterilizer, which we were all laughing our asses off about. It was so funny. So yeah, those were some of the things that didn't make it. Also, this one was really shocking. We were playing Bank. If you know what Bank is, it's like you have dice and it's like an app on the phone, and it's kind of like gambling because that's what most games are like if you think about it hard enough. But we were playing Bank, and I don't remember why this was said, and the funniest part about this was it was literally like the most innocent, nicest kids there. And she was just like, there's no reason for it. She was just out of the blue said to one of the other kids, talked like something about like this kid's gay porn addiction, and everyone's just like, huh? What? Coming from you? Like, we can expect that from some of the other people, but from you? That's crazy. So those are some of the iconic quotes that did not make the quote book. But I can also read through some of the quote book stuff that we've got because they are still very good. Let me go put my water bottle back too. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, is Spotify working? Do we get background music? Can it finally not just be my rambling? No way, surely? Find something to play? I literally am finding something to play. I'm literally clicking play. Spotify, please! Oh my god, Spotify hates me. Let's see, I'm not sure. I think I want, before we pull up pictures at least, I think I want to go through doing, cutting the rest of this and getting them kind of figured out better. So, some more story time. Let me just pull up the quote book. And I can read that as I'm cutting this. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. There's also some things not in the quote book, but that we were putting in in like a quotes channel in Discord that I will add as well, because those are also great. Okay. So, further context before the quotes. We had to use technology and communication. As you do, you use like group chat type stuff. And so, the name of our group chat was Meth Monkeys. And you might be thinking, that's a really interesting name. Why? And the German teacher, the reason is she had this story that she literally was like, I'm not telling you guys till we get to the subway it happened at because it was so traumatizing and I don't want to relive it until I have to. But basically the premise is she was in Vienna, and was just alone at the subway, just trying to, doing minding her own business, just going around doing whatever it is you do in Vienna, living there for like I think she lived there for like 2 or 3 years. Um, but this night she was just walking around trying to catch the subway, and there's these two guys who were holding a like monkey plushie, and just started chasing her and like just making ape sounds. And she was like, you can very much tell that they were on meth. Like they were completely, absolutely just yup. Um, and so she was like just getting chased by these guys and their stuffed animal monkey, and they were just like running around making ape sounds. Um, and so she was like got to a point where she was like cowering in a corner, until this one guy came by and was like, "Hey, leave her alone," type of thing, and then the two guys ran off. So yeah, that we thought that was the funniest thing in the world, and she wouldn't tell us till we actually got to the subway station, but like she said there was a meth monkey story, and so we were like, well, that's just got to be the group chat name, like it just has to be. So that is the reasoning behind that. And once I cut this strip, I can pull up the quote book and start reading through that. Surely Spotify decides to load at some point today. Right now is not that point, but I'm sure at some point today, surely it will happen. This is like so hard trying to cut straight. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me pull up the quote book and I can read some of those while I finish this bit of the bag. Okay, so, my friend, was like last minute signed up for the trip, and so had to get like separate tickets from the rest of us. And so it just so happens that this separate ticket, at least for the 1.5 hour flight from Amsterdam to Vienna, put him straight in first class. Literally the front row of the plane. Like there were no seats in front of him. It was the cabin for the plane. Um, and so on our flight there, I guess the one of the flight attendants kind of got that we were the same group, goes up to the teacher and says, His Royal Highness says hello from up front. And to which we find out later, came back to my friend at the front and said, the peasants say hello from the back. Which we all thought was very funny. Okay, there's that one. Is this good enough to be a strip of its own? I'm gonna say it is. Okay, and then from one of the people there, I'm just gonna go through like the entire quote book. I will not be reading names though, just because. Why not? Just not. So one of the people says, save lives, don't take wives. Another person, my friend, says you can't walk 5 feet just because of how photogenic everything was. Like, bro was literally like stopping every 2 seconds to take pictures. It was hilarious, but also reasonably so because it was absolutely beautiful. The teacher says the first 3 commandments of boy bands are moisturize, moisturize, and moisturize. Don't know the context of that one. I wasn't there for it, but okay, makes sense. Other student says the teacher would have upped their freak. I think that was talking about actually, I don't even remember what that was about. Just something about upping the freak, as one does. Teacher says, if you see an Austrian cow, you're gonna feel so terrible. They're so much cuter than American cows. Which we thought was really funny because the same place that I broke the drink glass at literally had pictures of cows on the wall as you're eating the burgers. So we found that very amusing that she would say that, and we're just like, no, we're just eating in front of the pictures of them. It's great. And then um, the teacher was telling about stories from when she was doing like religious mission in Austria, and how like they like go door to door, and I don't know how that stuff works. I'm not Mormon, I'm not religious, so like I don't know the gist of all that. Um, but basically, the guy who answered at this one house was just trying to offer her, and I think there was another person with her. Alcohol is just like a nice thing because it's just like you just give someone a drink, and that's not a thing that they do. And so she just had to be like, no, we don't drink, like at all. And I guess that just very much so baffled the guy, which she thought was very funny. Um, One of the other people said I was almost human trafficked by an old lady. My friend said very enthusiastically, communal mono, because we were all sharing pies at this one place. Like, we all got one slice of every single pie, and we're just passing them around the tables, taking like a bite and passing it on, which was very entertaining. And I didn't have any drink issues because I did not order a drink that night. um, let's see. One of the youngest people there said, "I'll just drink away my sorrows," and another one says it's water flavored beer, and then so this was a conversation between me and one of the other people there, not my closest friend, but the one I was like probably second or third closest to. So the friend says, "I'm not cooked. I'll start my own human trafficking business," and I said, "I'll join. Can I be a traffickee?" And then this was a conversation between two of the other people. One of them says, Americans were meant to stay in America, and the other one responds with, I instantly get stupider once I leave the States. Finish cutting this one. Please, Spotify. I need to have like some sort of background thing happening. This is like breaking my brain. So then my friend says they call me the Riz Maestro. Talking about me. I think that was probably the not the same night I got hypothermia, but the night afterwards, where I want to say they were like probably early mid-20s. It was when we were playing. Did I say this already? I don't know if we said this already. It's when we were playing Bank, and these two like college-aged Austrians, like early mid-20s, come up to join us because I guess we were being just very loud and they thought it was entertaining. And they would not stop trying to get us to put money in to play, which, like the vast majority of the people there were underage and it would not be legal for them to. And so, not the teacher, but the other, like, supervisor that was there. The teacher was gone grabbing pizza, by the way. The teacher was not there for this. The other supervisor had to, like, literally be like, you guys have got to go. You guys have got to, like, this isn't okay. Like, genuinely, if you don't go, we'll leave. Because, like, we can't just keep having this back and forth. And little to my knowledge, but it was told to me after the fact by pretty much everyone in the group. I'm just really bad at picking up on these kind of things. At least one of them, but I think some people were saying it was just one, some people were saying it was two, were just like very heavily flirting with me. If you couldn't grasp by my Twitch username, like, that stuff just always goes over my head. I thought they were just conversing with me, and I was doing my best to speak some German, because, it's like, you're in Austria, they speak in German, why not do it back? So that was very interesting, but my friend immediately was like, yep, they call you the Riz Maestro, that was definitely an interesting remark to receive. Let me see, pull up the other ones. Whew, okay. We were, I think, doing a tour of a cathedral, and, there was this guy, I think he said he was from... Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like fully not remember. He either said Taiwan or Vietnam, I think. And I guess he said he'd been living in Germany for like 20 plus years, or I was still in Austria at this point. And so he's just like, for whatever reason, he thought it was like really amusing that we were just like, just school group traveling around. And he was like, you guys look like you're in like elementary school, kindergarten. And then both the youngest and shortest students turns the corner to join the rest of the group, and he goes, ah, she's from kindergarten, which we all thought was the funniest thing ever. My friend, we were, oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of the place. It's where the abbot is. Um, and everything for this comment to have happened just lined up perfectly. It was when me and my friend were wearing matching Spider-Man shirts, and so we were leaving the building, and my friend goes, "Do you think the abbot has watched Spider-Man 1?" Which was very funny. And then this is the other friend talking about fighting swans, saying they're overconfident, they think they would win, that the only things that's stopping me is the law. To which the teacher said very quickly after, said, I wonder how much force you would need to wring their necks. And then one of the students, because not the teacher but the other supervisor, got really bad has really bad grass allergies and would get rashes pretty frequently about it. And so one of the students also got a rash and said the supervisor would appreciate the rash. And then teacher said, I had hyperthermia last night. I was so hyper that I couldn't sleep. Which is just a joke because words were stumbled upon and not said as hyperthermia. That doesn't mean you're hyper. That means that you have the temperature. But yeah, it was just funny things. This one was so funny. This person says, I can name 3 Beatles songs, and then the first one listed was Hey There Delilah. Not a Beatles song. Doing great. And my other friend said to me, I read minds. And I said, okay, what am I thinking? My friend said, I really don't think I should say. And then that same friend said to the teacher, we've decided that my closer friend is a world-renowned men connoisseur, and that that friend is my sensei. I can speak really well. Let's see, how much more do we have to go through? Oh, we're halfway done. Okay, let me start trying to do these things, and then we can continue with that. So, yeah, we need 2 ends and to tie them together. So I think to try and find ones that are of similar length would probably be the most useful. Okay, yeah, good enough. So we just have to tie these off at the end. It's seriously so bizarre without any background music. I feel I don't know, normally when there's the streaming thing and I'm if it's on a call with friends or in-game voice chat kind of a thing, it's you're not actually alone doing the thing. But when I normally am with just doing the crafts or bits or bobs, so it's conversing in chat or whatnot. But when there's no background music or sound, it's I really am just sitting here in a room talking to a camera and a monitor. It's so weird. Okay, so to do this, take the top one and you're gonna turn it away from you, and then move it to the bottom, and then the same thing, turn it away and move. And about 1 million years later, this will turn into some semblance of the rope we will be working with. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but you can kind of see it's a bit bumpy Brady looking over here with the part that we've got. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It'll probably take like a million billion years, which is lovely. But once we get these bits done, it'll hopefully be more fun to actually just like do the I don't know. I think I thought some of like the YouTube tutorials were calling it like macrame bag making, so something like that, or like crocheting stuff. But I'm not using crochet needles. I'm just using my wonderful little phalanges. So yeah, this is gonna take a bit of time. So why not read some more of the quotes? Can I prop my phone up? Can. Yay. Okay. So I think this was. I think this one was credited to the wrong person, but it was my friend who said Ryan Reynolds is one size fits all. And then the other supervisor said to the teacher, "Where did you find these children?" And the teacher says, "I don't know, they found me." And then my one of my friends says, "This is what inbreeding does." Teacher says, "This is where the trafficking starts." That was trafficking, for whatever reason, was like a very frequently brought up topic. My friend says, "We need to have more children in the mines." Because we went to this salt mine in, I think it was Salzburg. And then that same friend, the same day, I believe, says, "I want to give birth." This is a cis man, by the way, for context for that one. My other friend says, "Maybe this isn't a salt mine, it's just the grave of Lot's wife." I don't get that one. One of the people said, "I wanted to touch a body." I said, "I hate consumerism." My friend says, "I love watching Star Wars because of the passive racism in it." Other person says, "I could buy new relationships." My friend says about another person, "I would punch them for free." One of the one who said that they would be punched, or the one my friend said they would punch for free, said on a merry-go-round, "Is this what alcohol feels like?" Other person, this was talking about gambling. We made this, there was this developing bitch. Everyone kind of had their own little addiction going on. This one person's turned out to be gambling. And said, "We're moving to a bigger home called the Streets," about losing all of his money. Other person says, if the gambler, the quote unquote gambler, I need to have like labels for these people because it's so weird saying this person and that person, but oh well. Ever gambles, it's over. And the teacher said, "If he even walks into Vegas, it's over." One of the other people says, "The palace peed on me." My friend says, "I feel like a rotisserie chicken." Teacher said, "Classa, if someone has Nazi tendencies, dump them immediately." Yep. And the other people says, "If I'm not having a heart attack, I'm not really living." I said, "My body is moving without my consciousness." I think that was one of the day that it was one of the days, bro. We went like first or second day there. We went up this really tall spire, and there were so many stairs, and my legs have not healed since then. I think the second or third last day there, my legs have just gone numb and have since been numb, which is awesome. One of the other people says, "You're in the cult, show it." We were on the subway, and for whatever reason, poppy seeds were being talked about. Poppy seeds, if you don't know, are seeds that come from the flower, the poppy. Evidently, at least one of the people and also the teacher did not know this and said, "Poppy seed tree." And the other supervisor said, "Poppy seed tree?" And then that same, wow, why do I keep saying proctor? Not the supervisor, but the same person from that previous quote said, "I'm perfectly capable of safetying myself." The teacher says, "Is it real or is it as fake as your relationships?" Other person says, "What the heck is P mode?" My friend in a text says, "It's nice knowing y'all," with the saluting emoji, because we had a bit of a mishap with the swimming pool at the one hotel we were at that had a swimming pool. Basically, what happened was they said it closed at 8, and so we got back from dinner, or at least the group that I had dinner with got back after then, and so we were just planning on playing like Uno and cards and stuff. And so we were like, walking up to the room, because the room I was on was a floor above the room that some of the other people were on. We were like split into, I think it was groups of 4 for this one hotel we were at. And so I go up to grab the Uno cards, come back down, and one of the people storms out of the other room saying, "The pool's still open, they're still in there, we're all going swimming." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess the pool's still open, I guess we're all going swimming." So something that I think all went above all of our heads was the pool was not open, they just don't lock the door. And I think that was just like if the door is not locked, then it's open type of a thing there. Also, I think like 3 of the people went in before 8, and there were some other Austrians in there, and so they're like, "Oh, there's these other people chilling and swimming," and they were there past 8, and then they left, but no one came to like kick them out kind of a thing. So I think it was just kind of like a not really understanding the whole circumstances of how it works there. But TLDR of it is both the teacher and the supervisor were out, I think, doing like some sort of like errand shopping. They didn't get back till like 9:45. We were still in the pool. The pool closed at 8. So they were not the happiest with us, and they're like, "Hey, like all the people who went swimming, we're gonna talk with you in the morning." My friend was like, "It was nice knowing y'all." Yeah, but what ended up happening with that is the like hotel staff manager guy. Basically, for whatever reason, it was like we got like a reward off of it, because he's just like, "Yeah, you can be in there later, just like as long as the teacher or the supervisor are there." So there was just like no repercussions or punishment of it, which was like so shocking to me, because I was like, I felt horrible. It was like, "Oh no, we're like the worst people in the world," and it's just like, "Oh, well, you can just keep doing that, just like have one of the responsible people with you." So that was an event that did happen. The teacher, talking about tomato soup, says, "If I had a first child, I would give it up for this." Once again, the teacher says, "It's a labor of love, and by love I mean revenge." And then this was talking about like the grass allergies. One of the people says, "I'm diseased like the proctor," not the proctor. Jesus Christ, I keep saying proctor. Like the supervisor, because they both were allergic to grass. And the teacher says, "I don't know the context of this one." The teacher's like, "I'm on drugs." I said to my friend, "You need to be studied under a microscope." One of the other people said, "If I died, my cat would eat me." Other friend says, "I didn't fall, I teleported to the ground." I said, this was put in wrong. I said Blue's Clues was my childhood, and for some reason it was put in as Blue's Clues was my good. We got this going so far, by the way, in case you couldn't. Oh, Twitch, don't crash on me. Ugh. Okay, well, it looks like everything is still somewhat alright, so, happens. We love when Twitch just stops functioning. It's like the best thing in the whole world. What else? This person says, "If I died, my cat would eat me." I already said teleport to the ground, Blue's Clues. This one, one of the people woke up at like literally 2 in the morning, messaged in the group chat, "The rats are coming," and went back to bed. And then one of the people said, "The grandmas and grandpas love me in Germany, but in the airport I'm like Osama bin Laden." Is Twitch still crashing? I literally don't know if it's like a Twitch end or a my end thing, because like nothing's loading. So yes, that is the quote book we've got written down. Let me pull up the other quotes that we've got that are not in the quote unquote official quote book. Okay. This is not Discord. I need Discord. Yeah, I feel like for whatever reason, so many things have been down today. Let me see if I can get chat to start working again. Chat, refresh. Nope. Okay. Oh wow. Happens. All right. So, quote book from this thing. So, where's the top one? Probably not that one. Or here, is this so poorly organized? Okay, so first one here we've got is, this was, I think it was something on the plane or like some app we downloaded that was like asking about age or something. So it says, what is this one for me? If you're a minor, no, I'm your mom, shut up. And then my friend says, the more you beg, the less likely I will. Maybe if you get on your knees, about playing Uno. Let's see. I was messaging my friend who let me borrow his camera that I didn't end up using at all. And said, no, seriously, on day one, we went up a massive fuck ass tower that took, like, I swear on my life, 10 minutes nonstop to climb, and my legs have not gotten less sore since then. And he said, massive fuck ass tower is a legend quote. And then there's this one, what is your problem? You circumcised my water bottle, what the hell? And then that same day later said, I'm gonna tickle your throat again, freak. And then my friend later said, let me circumcise you. And then this one, can I? So basically, I don't know if this is like a non-iPhone thing, but you can have it so like it auto does words if you like click on it, just like auto fills words. And my friend found out that you could also do that in German. And the sentence that came up from this, I wouldn't even call it a sentence, the mess that came from this was, ich liebe Katzen, ich mag sie sehr und sie ist auch meine Lieblingsfarbe. Ich mag auch die Katze, aber sie mag meine Katze und sie ist meine Katze. Ich liebe meine Katze, ich mag meine Katze sehr, ich liebe sie, aber sie mag meine Katze mögen, wow. Meine Katze mögen mich sehr, aber sie ist sehr süß. So it was just absolute gibberish, and like a quarter of it was just something about cats. And I said, I think you have a pussy problem, and bro said, dude. And that is all of the ones that we've got written down. So I can see, I don't know if I can really show the pictures easily while I'm trying to do this at the same time, so I can tell more stories. Yeah, we went like literally like the second day we went up. I can't remember the name of the tower. I'll have to like pull it up. And my legs died immediately, and we just kept going on lots of really tall things. And you know, I love the public transportation, but you guys really need to work on your ramps. Respectfully, there's just so many stairs everywhere. So there's my legs, like literally it felt like someone had like cut open my calf and put stones in and like stitched them back up. They were like so sore, and then I was just like, I can't feel my legs anymore. That's super awesome. I guess we can talk about the hypothermia incident story. If I tape this down, will that make my life easier? Probably not. So yeah, I think it was the first night we were in Hallstatt. And there's like literally a lake, like just right there you can go swimming in. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going swimming in this lake. So everyone was like in their swimsuits. Me and I think like two others were slightly slower than the rest of the people, and there's like a significant altitude difference, so like we were literally just like running all over the place, just like completely not exhausted, which I'm sure was really enjoyable to all of the locals having all of these stupid Americans up really early running, just doing morning runs. Um, yeah, we ran from the hotel to the lake, and the water was not warm. But I, being the only smart one there, apparently, just like, if it's cold, you just have to like get right in, because otherwise it'll be like more miserable to get in. So I just like get right in this lake, and I'm just like, yeah, it's cold, but like after a while, it's not as miserable. And so I'm swimming like the whole time, swimming longer than anyone else was. And then finally, both the teacher and other supervisor were like, okay, we should probably wrap it up with how cold it is. So I get out, and not kidding, my shivers on my hands were like this. Like, my whole hand was like rotating nonstop until I got into the shower with the warm water that I was like slowly turning up, because you don't want to just like go from really cold to really hot, because that's not good for you. Um, but it was so weird because, like literally like would not stop shivering, and there was a point where it's like I got cold, and then suddenly I wasn't cold anymore, and I was shivering, but I wasn't cold, which is not a very good sign. Um, but yeah, once I got into the shower, I was fine, but I also let all the others take their showers first, because I'm not good at taking quick showers. I think I did better on this trip than I normally do in general, but still not the best. Um, so yeah, that was absolutely wonderful, and I think we went to like, in total, 3 or 4 different lakes, and I swam in all but one of them, and I was the only one to swim in most of them. The one I didn't swim in, I think 2 people swam in, and the one I swam in, the first one in Hallstatt, we went back the next day and all swam in it a whole bunch, which I do have a lot of photos and videos of, but it's got literally all of us in it, so we're not going to be showing that one. But it was cool because they had like a diving board at one end, and there's like this really sad slide going into the water. But it was super fun, and my friend kept lying to me because he was like, yeah, like, because other people were also going on morning runs. I'm like, that'd be so fire, let's do that. And he was like, okay. And every single time, I'm not a morning person, mind you. I pretended to be a morning person on this trip, and there was a point where it bit me in the butt so badly. I got so tired like halfway through the day. But I was like to my friend, like, yeah, like if we want to do morning runs, I'd be sick. We should do it. And so there's like 3 days in a row. He's like, yeah, we'll do it today. Just did not. I woke up at like 5:36 for no reason. I could have been sleeping in for 2 or more hours. So I was like, what the heck? What's your problem? But yeah, and then we also liked swimming at the swimming pool at the one hotel that had it. We did that one swim it late, which we got a bit in trouble for, and then I think the day after that we also went with just the people that I had like lunch/dinner with that day. And I, for my dinner, had a whole tub of ice cream, which was 10 out of 10 incredible. I'm twisting the wrong one, that's why. Yeah, no, that was also the one night we actually got to play Uno, because we like split up into groups. So like some people were at the swimming pool, and some people went up to a cavern to check it out, and like also a gondola above the city. And I think this one was actually in Germany. Yeah, it was in Germany at the place with the highest mountain. Garmisch, I think? Maybe? It might have been Garmisch. So yeah, me and a few other people did not go up to the cavern just because we like rather would go swimming, and also just like a bit exhausted because we had literally gone up to the peak like an hour before that, and we're like freezing cold. And I got like some pretty bad bruising, like the one on my leg, and also like both of my forearms, and I think like on my legs a bit more, like knees, shins kind of area. And I'm not sure where the bruises actually came from. I'm for one of them, I'm assuming like the big one on my leg. I'm assuming it's from the swimming pool, but it might not have been. because I was like genuinely getting like thrown around by my friend like WWE style, like getting flipped and like it was so fun. It was like so entertaining. It was great. Um, but I know like I'm trying to remember because I had I think it was like a shower that night where I noticed it and I'm like, oh, that's pretty crazy. But my arms weren't there when I took that shower. It was like they appeared like 2 days later. So like I don't know if that's from the same thing or not. Hi, Athena. What you doing? Hi. The puppy is here. The puppy is here. Hello. Are you trying to get comfy on the blanket? Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear her digging around in the blanket, trying to get all comfy. What are you doing? What are you doing? I can hear you. What are you doing? Hi. Oh, hi, puppy. I think she is the thing I miss the most of being gone. Because, like, you know, you can call and message people. You can't call and message the dog. I love you. Bye. There she goes. But, yeah, she's so silly. I love her so much. Let's see, how's this going? Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to do some more doubling up of this thing, but that's fine. Yeah, I did not expect this part to take so long. Because I had actually done a bit more with this, but I got the neck of the actual bag to be like way too small, so I had to undo it. But it didn't take all that long. I think genuinely like the longest part was like doing the actual neck of it, like this, what I'm doing right now. Because it's like you can't do it a whole lot at a time and you can't do it fast. It's like literally you just have to like cramp your hand by pinching it and just slowly turn it and flip it. It's so not the most enjoyable thing in the world. But we do have a lot to work with, so maybe this might have to be a multiple part kind of thing. Um, or maybe I put this on later and we do actual bits of this because I think this is gonna take a lot more time and I can just kind of do this when I'm like watching a show or something. Whereas this is probably the more generally fun thing to be doing anyways. Yeah, like the first half of the trip, it like rained every night. It was so awesome. And I brought my rain poncho with me. I did not wear that thing. I was just enjoying the rain too much. Like everyone had their umbrellas and their like rain poncho stuff and they're like, "Do you want to use one?" I'm like, "No, I'm doing this for fun because I love the rain so much." And I think the most shocking thing is the rain doesn't smell like it's raining there. Like when it rains here, it's like you can really smell it, like the damp earth type stuff. And maybe just because it's more humid there and it's like more consistently damp or it just rains more consistently, but like there was no smell with it, which was like really weird to me. But it was also just super awesome, and I sabotaged my friend by jumping in a lot of puddles when they went by. Let's see. Yeah, I think I might actually just like tape this down and then we can actually just work on the bag bit because my brain is giving up. Alright, I'm gonna tape this right onto here. Cool. Yeah, this is kind of what we've got. You can't really tell because the camera sucks miserably, but oh, there we go. A little bit of a good angle. It's just kind of itty bitty rope, and I'm gonna work on that individually later. So, let's get to the fun part. Why don't we? Surely 15 million times the charm we try Spotify again. If this doesn't work, I might just put like an earbud in with the music to play because I don't want the VOD to get muted. But I also I'm still like time zone brain different, so I'm not the most awake person in the world. Okay, so the tutorial I was using, and I can actually I've closed the camera. Hello? The tutorial I was using, and I can also grab the link for that and paste it in chat in case anyone is interested in doing something similar to this, just like making a bag out of any kind of rope type thing. Um. Alright, give me 2 seconds to pull that up. Oh, there's this really funny. We went on a boat ride in one of the rivers. I can't for the life of me remember where or which place it was at. But we went on a boat ride there, and at the very end, they were like spinning it in circles and had it play like "Rock Me Amadeus," and it was like the funnest thing ever. And it was me, the two what am I trying to pull up? I'm trying to pull up my freaking save videos. Why is oh no, my thing's just broken. Never mind. Okay, yeah, Spotify's not working. Spotify hates us today. Oh well. Um, can I share? Yes, I can. Cool. Copy. Okay, I'm gonna paste this link in chat if my computer will let me. There we go. Cool. So yeah, I went with both the supervisor, like the teacher, the supervisor, and then I think there was 3 other of us there. Let me, before I do anything, I want to try and space these out a little bit better. Yeah, because you can see this part is a little bit looser, and so it's not holding here as well, but that's totally fine. It's not going to be perfect, but that just makes it all the much more wonderful and entertaining. Actually, before I start this, I'm going to go grab the sleeve that I did on the airport on the way to show you guys, and then we can start doing this, and I can also start showing photos. Yay! Right. So this was my jacket sleeve I've been working on for forever. I did put more like tracing lines onto it, but they've pretty much gotten pretty worn to the point where like you can't really. It shows up better in the camera than it does in real life, but you can't really say that well. Hello, hello, yellow. But yeah, on the 9.5 hour flight there, minus the eating I was doing, and then also doing the like tracing for the lines that kind of rubbed off, I got this bit kind of embroidered, so you can see it's. I can zoom in. Oops, my family came home and we did some yapping. Happens, but back now. Welcome back. I hope your yapping was so enjoyable. Yeah, this thing took me like pretty much 9 hours. Because I had my thread like doubled through, and then I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. Literally, you can't see it at all. Can I like? Nope. Okay. Cool. Whatever. But I basically did 3 lines, and then I would have them come and go back through like the inside since it was doubled over. Try and make it look pretty concise and like together. So that's that, and it took me so long. And I think a big problem was I didn't realize I had an individual light over my head. So for a significant point of this, I was using the light from the screen, which was not good on my eyes. And I swear at the end of the flight, like I was just seeing thread. It was so bad. Yeah, that is a thing I did. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna work on this individually. We're gonna work on the bag now, but let me see if I can pull up some photos to show you guys. Oh, I've got to shuffle all the way through. Are you shitting me? Oh my god, okay. Hold on, 2 seconds. I'm not gonna show the videos, or at least not play them, just because I haven't gone through all of them, and I want to make sure it's not like saying anything that I don't have publicly listed, like names or whatnot. Okay, so we've got airport. Yeah, the quality of this is not going to be the best, but that's fine. We've got like sky view with I want to say this was the airport at I want to say this was at Accidental Doxing exactly. Okay, I think if I'm remembering correctly, this is when we are going. This is like the short flight we took. So this is the above view in Amsterdam, I think. You can't tell, but it's just like basically a lot of farmland type stuff. Some train things. I loved all of the graffiti and stickers everywhere so much. I took like so many pictures of them. I don't think there's gonna be a way to make this work better on the camera, but that's fine. Yeah, some bridges, some water. Oh, there's this building that had this massive like painting on it of a guy reaching up for books. That was very pretty. Birds, there were crows all over the place, and I love crows so much. The most worst quality photo in the world of some dandelions. The video, yeah, here's some more pictures of like stickers on stuff, which I loved all of the stickers so much. Like this one here. But I'm gonna go through and like actually get these on my phone and then put them on my like personal Tumblr photography side blog. But I might also share some of them on my streaming side blog as well. So we got some building statue bits. I promise the quality's better on the camera. It's just the camera I use for streaming is actually so bad. I don't think doing this will work any better either. Garbage can. I thought it was a funny looking garbage can. We've got some more buildings. Just a seat that was blocked off with a massive hole forming. Things on, yeah, there was like crows on the side of the waste bin. Clouds. Let me see. Ooh, this one was cool. There was like part of the building underground, which you couldn't get into, but you could see like above it. The clouds were so pretty. Literally, like, you guys cannot see this very well. I promise the pictures are better. This one, a bit more of a close up. Some statue bits at some city areas. This one, also just like, oh my god, this is so hard to try and show. It's like no good way to do that. Yep, more sky things. This was the tower we climbed up like the second day. You literally can't. Here, you can see like right there, the spire. Literally killed my legs so badly. Don't know if you can see very well. I thought the stained glass in this place looked really cool. There's more of that. There's a carousel I went on. No one else went on with me. It was just me on the carousel by my lonesome. This was some like pictures and videos from above at the top of the spire. Once again, this camera hates me and will not show up very well. What was this one from? Oh, I think this might have been the spider. Maybe. There was a whole bunch of bugs we saw, which were really cool. Just like plant grass stuff on roofs, which I thought was awesome. Once again, this building with the guy at the light reaching up at the library type thing. Waves on the river and some graffiti in the back, which you can't see. Some flowers. I think this is the one place we could take pictures inside of the place we got a tour. There's like the murals on the top of the ceiling. There's this interesting like metal decal at one of the roofs I thought was cool. This one's a better quality, but probably not for you guys because it hates showing on this freaking camera. Oh, I thought this part was cool. It was like China looking decorations across the whole thing. There's like tapestry chairs, like they have. Can't see it very well. Bits and bobs and all that. So does this one show better? Not really. I also feel like I'm totally losing my voice. I laughed so hard. My stomach and my chest and my back were in so much pain from laughing. Let's see if I can speed through this a bit more. There's one of the fountains, the many, many fountains. Moss on the tree. I thought all the moss everywhere was like the coolest thing in the world. I love moss so much. More plants. There was a duck sitting at this fountain right here. I thought it was very cute. There's moss growing on the side of this. That was cool. There's a little bug. Can't see him very well, but he is there. Let's see. Some more statue fountain bits and bobs. Hello cat. We're just going through photos right now. The cameras absolutely hate me and are not working together very well. There's some crows in the sky. Some tadpoles in one of the fountains, which didn't show very well on the camera. Let's see if I can speed through some more of this. Oh, some more plant stuff. I'm big on the whole plant photography. Ooh, here we go. Door with like graffiti and stickers on it. And then a trash bin with other things on it as well. Clover. I love clover so much. Ants. Gotta love ants. Ants are awesome. Oh, we went to a flower garden. So here's some of that. Flowers. And then just some like how the decal of the balcony banister was. Let's see. A wonderful pride flag, of course. It looks. This camera makes it look like the French flag, but this is indeed a pride flag. The colors are just not picking up. Let's see. I'm trying to find some more of the iconic ones. This one, part of the pillar was like eroding right here, which I thought looked really cool. More fancy bits with plants growing in. This cool building that was at the flower garden, it had like a whole bunch of meshy bits. Like, can you see that any better? Not really. Yeah, the quality is really not picking up for some reason, but I will be posting these at least on my personal stuff and then probably sharing them on the streaming one as well. Found some random like little ducks that someone left on one of the pillars, which we thought was really funny. There's a second one. A bee. There was just a bee on the ground and we were just chilling with him. We went to the Natural History Museum. Dinosaurs. 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 I love dinosaurs. Look at these guys. Dinosaurs. Dinosaur. Let's go. It was like literally like if I could go to any of the like buildings we went to again, I'd go to the Natural History Museum. It's like literally the coolest place ever. Dinosaurs if they had feathers. Some velociraptor cool guy. They also had, I can't remember the name of it, it's like the biggest turtle, the extinct turtle that's like my favorite thing in the world. This guy down here, that's a turtle. A massive. Let me get past the dinosaurs. This guy, you know, Ice Age, this dude. Bugs. Love bugs. I literally, like, we didn't have enough time to go through everything, so I was just taking pictures of everything just so I could look back on it later. Like jellyfish stuff. See if I can find some more of the. Oh, here we go. No, don't do that, camera. Coral. All of this is just like dead coral that they've laid out. Spider crabs. I love those freaks. They're so scary and I love them. Giant clam. Let's see. Yeah, the thing that had like a turtle with it and like different levels. This is not a real turtle, by the way. They didn't have anything alive there. More bugs. Butterflies. The saddest thing, they had 3 different sections for birds and they were all closed for renovation. Every single one of them. You can't see. Okay, yeah, reflection's good. Sharks, they had like a whole bunch of sharks, and if you push like the button with the name of it, it would like light up the specific shark, which kind of made it really hard to photograph, but it is what it is. Sunfish. Gotta love those guys. Oarfish mention. Look at that guy, he's so cool. Calianth. Calianth, I don't know how the name's pronounced. You know, the cool fish. We got some snakes, crocodiles, the apes were really cool. Let's see. Like the lighting was so horrible. It was really not working all that well. Oh, here we go. Anyone in this one? Oh, dang it. Yeah, in my camera, I was like rushing through all of them, so like all of my photos are literally like so blurry. Like, look how blurry this is. Porcupines, bats. They had a section with bats. I love bats so much. Yeah, any of the birds we could find were like in other exhibits as like little decor bits. Look at the baby. They had a little baby little guy. Yeah, and some more statues with the building in the background. Oh, I forgot, we went to an amusement park. We went on the Ferris wheel. I think I said something about like the oldest Ferris wheel. And then I also went on this swing that like literally it's like a big like swing, like a playground swing, except for it flips you. It was so fun. Let me see if I get some of the other photos here. This was inside the Ferris wheel in the cabins. Seriously, this camera is like gonna be the death of me. Not the one I took the pictures with, but the one I'm streaming with. It's so incredible quality-wise. Here we go with a train going by right here. And the spire you could see from really far away. Yeah, there's a lot of like top view stuff I got, and then you can see kind of, no, right here is more of the park at the bottom. And there were lots of windmills on the horizon, which I thought were really cool. Let's see. Yeah, you can't see me. I'm in the seat right here. It's this massive swing that like swings, and then this part will also flip. And then we went on this roller coaster that was like based off the Olympic rings. So there were like 5 different loops. It was awesome. My friend broke one of the sugars. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what my friend did to it. Some dandelions at like a graffitied kind of thingy here. I don't know what you call that. Some wildflowers. I thought all the flowers everywhere was awesome, but there were like no lawns. Like there was no grass when you walked around. Some colored buildings with the train in the background. It was just cool. We went to an art exhibit as well, and my favorite thing was like these ceramic pots, but it looks like actual like intestine organs coming through them, which I thought was awesome. An umbrella that they had like covered with corals and sponges. And there's cool like glass chandelier type piece there. Some snails. We saw some really big slugs, which was super cool. More wildflowers. Need to make sure that stream's not crashing because it keeps telling me it is, but it's lying to me. Twitch is a liar. More fountains. This is amazing. No, like it was literally like the best thing ever. Like it's so cool. There is this. I don't know if you can see it right here. Let me see if I can zoom into it. There is this sticker, and it was the hungry caterpillar, and it says "Eat the rich," which I thought was incredible. There's a little guy. Zoom back out. Yes, sir. Yeah, this was in one of the cathedrals we went into. Let's see. More buildings. I thought the buildings looked so cool. Yeah, this is the same place. They had like a light fixture up here, which you can't really see very well. The massive organ. Rain. I thought this shot was really cool with the bike and the benches. The bike was like this one. Here we go. Look at that perspective, bro. They call me the photographer. No way. Yeah, I had this part where like all of these things were like shaking in synchronization, which was really cool. More pictures of moss because I was literally losing my mind at how much moss there was. It was so awesome. This was on the first bus. Leaving Vienna to get to. I think Hallstatt was the next place. But yeah, by far, like Hallstatt was my favorite. Second favorite is Vienna. They were just so cool. Um, yeah, this was the place where we saw the Abbott stuff. I don't think they let you have photography inside, but they had these really cool like paintings on every end of the outside of the building. It was really awesome. There's another one up here. Another one. This one's got a clock at the center of it. We could take pictures outside, so this was like an aerial view of the area. Um, I can see kind of like the yellow staircase bit here. Here you can see like the side of the building. Here's another part of it. But I'm so sad because I was gonna download like the Eastern European region on Merlin for like bird sounds and identifying birds. And I didn't before I went there, and none of like the hotel Wi-Fi's were good enough to. So I just had no idea what the birds were. And all of the bird sounds there were like so different and so cool, and I love them. But I didn't get to know what birds were making the sounds, and it was so sad. So yeah, this is in Hallstatt. This is like kind of right at the lake right there. There was like some like really cool stuff underneath it, like the pipes and the water. And there were also swans all over the place. And I got really close. I was like sitting on the ground really close to one of them. Swans, yes. And there was like outside of the building, people just had like little things, like little critters that they've made or bought, like an owl and a bunny. And I thought that was like the coolest thing in the world. And in the morning, it was so foggy. Like, look at this. It's actually this bright. It's just fog. Like, you can't see. It's just all fog. It was so awesome. Some more swans. Can't see it. There was a book, like a book nook, like where you like grab a book, leave a book type of thing, which I thought was really awesome. I love those. Like this step is like right here. There's like a solid line here, and then it's just actually like there we go. This is just what it looks like. This is the fog. This is the ledge by the lake, and this is the fog. Like there was no horizon. And this is the sun peeking through the mountain, reflecting on the lake right there. You see that? Not very well. And there are some ducks that came by, and then you can see the fog like receding from the mountains up here. And look, a little bug. I had a bug on my finger. There were so many bugs. I loved all of the bugs. Let's see. Yeah, this is with like the fog kind of still there, receding more. Some more swans. We love swans. Shout out to swans because they're cool. There's this really weird fountain here. It was basically a tire that was just spinning and like kicking up the water. It was so weird. And there were cats all over this place too. There's this. I'm on a bridge going above how the water's coming into the lake here. There was a moth in our room, and it was really funny because half the people were scared of it and half the people thought it was awesome. You see the little guy here? He had like a little bit of like a snout coming up, and I think it's called like literally like a snout moth or something like that. It was really silly. Yeah, there was like some really cool like degraded brick type thing here, which I thought was cool with all the foliage. And literally just like the moss everywhere. The moss everywhere is so cool. You can't see this one very well, I don't think. Oh yeah, here we go. There was like some sort of, I think it was just like wood beams coming out of the water, but it looked literally like mines, how they have mines in the ocean. There's some like canisters here. There were these chairs they had with like showy like plant trees growing out of them, like literally like bonsai growing on the table and like the chair here. It was super cool. You can see another angle of it. There's the two chairs and then the table with the trees literally growing on them. Let's see what else. Yeah, this was by far my favorite place of the entire trip. Oh, they had a little waterfall coming down right here, which you can't see very well. Some more stickers. I love moderating. Getting rid of you, you've got banned. Goodbye. I don't know why I sang song that, but you know, that did just happen. Okay. Yeah, they also had like a sniper, right? Oh, it was a really cool with like it was like wood brick looking stuff going along. I don't know if you can see it better in this one. But they had like a bone house, where it was like they had like the people, with like their like names and like dates when they were like born and died on their skulls. It was really, really cool. Lubbers, what is this cat? I love him. Anotado. I love him. I love all of the cats so much. Nabbit's been like literally the goat at adding all the cat emotes. Let's see. Cats real. You added in for me also. Oh yeah, there's this like cover over I think a cellar door, and it just like had a heart cut into it, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And look at this staircase. This is just like foliage all the way up the staircase. It was so pretty. I got a little flower at the bottom here with it. Let's see, have we gone up to, yeah, when we went up, I don't know what it was called, kind of like I don't know what it was called. It wasn't a gondola, it was like on a track going up a side of the mountain. And there are these cool like pillars with like mirror bits on the side. And there's just like the foliage, bro. All of the foliage and all the wildflowers and all the moss. Look at the slug! This is a slug! This is like normal snail size would like end right here. And bro just kept going. It was a big slug. It was so cool. Happy slug, yes. Some like fences with the foliage I thought was cool. This was when we went to the salt mine. Was it? Yes, it was. So they had like these lights. This is not going to show up well no matter what angle I put it at. But they basically had like lights with salt. Um, and the whole entirety of the trip, we were like doing bits and bobs to record a music video. And so this is one of the places we went at. And there's this massive pit. And then this is also a lake, which it doesn't show very well on the camera, but like there's the water and then there's the stuff above and below. And it was very hard to capture because this camera does not do well in the dark. I can like actively feel my voice going, but that's totally fine. So this was like from high up, they had like a ledge balcony, and this was literally like the entire town here, and the lake, and then there's another one over here. And then this was part of the same one, but they just had a long connecting bit there. And they also had swan boats, which we were gonna rent, but I think that they just weren't lending them out at the time that we were not busy for. Yeah, then there's this like ledge point with a whole bunch of like locks and stickers that was put on it. This was us swimming. Yeah, they had this diving board here and the ladder to get up, and it was it was pretty cold, but you know what? It was fun, so it was worth it. There's this really cool spider on this pole here, and you literally can't see it well, but it was there, I promise you. um, so at this place, we had like two of the rooms were like close together, where it's like literally like not the bottom floor, but like the first up the stairs floor. And like we had balconies, so we could like go over the banister, and I kind of did do that because there was a beetle in the guy's room, and they were like, we're not gonna let you in. If you want to get in, we're locking the door, you gotta go over the banister. And I did do that, but it was so worth it because look at this beetle. This not gonna show up well in the camera at all, but it's like coppery. It was like shiny and like actually just looked like copper. It was so cool. I don't know, it's not gonna show well no matter what I try to do with it, but it was like the coolest beetle in the world. And then this was leaving, and wow, my voice is like actually going. I sound like I'm crying. Shiny IRL, right? There's this cave mouth we saw on the bus leaving. It was like a very massive cave. And we went to this secret like fountains area where it's basically like they've got fountains coming up like in all of these seats besides this one. They've got like fountains that come up and shoot at them. So like this. And there's like a whole bunch of like secret spouts with all of them. Like hidden spout spits. Let me see if I can find. Did I take a picture of any others? I don't think I did. Yeah, and there was also this like really cool room that had like mirrors and like all these bunch of holes here. And these turtles right here. And there's this one that has like a kind of like metal crown cap thing, and the water like pressure would change, so it would like go up and down. And it's really cool tile mosaic. It's not gonna show in the camera at all, but it's like, you know, when you have like blocks and it's like one color on the top, one color on the side, one color on the other side, like that's pretty much what it was, but it looked really cool. And there's a fish in the water. And then we went to, I think, another museum, and it had fish real. So, like paintings, and there was like a really big globe, and some really cool bits on the wall, and there's like, yeah, look at all this. This one, there was a unicorn, which was very fancy. There's a closer up of that. And then there was like a seat that was just like slowly spinning, like round couch. And so I just took like a video of it going around with the tile going past because I thought it was a cool angle. A wasp! A friend! Just a bookstore. Some glass, an alleyway. This one took a picture of it because the bottom of the pot was broken, which I thought was very interesting. Telephone booths! Telephone booths! Shout out telephone booths. Oh my gosh, wait, hang on. I've got to like actually zoom in on this one to try and show it without showing the people. Hold on. I want to show this to you guys. So they had a really big chess set. So we were messing around with that for a little bit, which was awesome. Let me see what else. I've got like literally like this entire thing full. Yeah, we got some more high up views. I think this was inside, I think, one of the castles we went to. And there's this like gutter off the ledge that people were throwing their euro coins into, which I think is so weird, by the way, that like they've got a whole euro as a coin. That's so bizarre. Like 1-2 euro coins is so weird. American Angie. No, you know what? It's like a love-hate relationship because I love that the bills, like the paper bills are waterproof. I hate that they're different sizes. I get it's like an accessibility thing, like it helps, but like that makes it so much harder to like just hold on to and organize. It pisses me off. I like the different colors of it though. $1 of paper bill is crazy to us. No, you know what's so weird to me is you've got like the €1 coin and the €2 coin, and then you've got like the like pennies, like the cents, and it's just like nothing in between. It's just the funniest thing to me how that scales. Look, another bug, little guy on my finger. Is this one showing any better? This was like the cutest bug I've seen in my life. It actually reminded me of a puppy dog. There's another cathedral we went into. We have 10, 20, and 50 cent, which are golden. Oh, the only ones I ever saw were, okay, wait, I think I saw, no, wait, yeah, maybe I'm just dumb. The ones that were most memorable to me were just the 1 and 2 euro cents, because I'm just like, what do you mean it's like a whole euro but a coin? Like, that's weird. You guys are weird. This was like different levels of like organs they had in the place, which was super cool. And the balconies inside. I don't think it's, oh, I think I did zoom in, it's a video. But at the top here, there's like a bird right at the very top. Also, my god, you guys are so smart with your freaking like plastic bottles having the caps not come off. Why don't we do that everywhere? That makes like you don't lose the cap, and when you throw it away, you're not having just bits like so many different bits of like that's just makes so much common sense. It's a new thing. It's a wonderful new thing and I love it. I'm so sad that that's not a thing here. Also, escalators, how you like walk up it to the left and stand to the right. Why don't we do that here? Oh my gosh. Recycling, yes sir. It's just like I just know, like, being back here, like, I went to the grocery store last night because we didn't have any milk and I wanted mac and cheese. And, like, just going through the aisles, it's like, oh my gosh, everything here is garbage. Everything here is, like, gonna give you diseases. And also, they're laid out so much differently. Like, in America, all of, like, the grocery store food stores are just, like, warehouses. And in freaking, Germany and Austria, they're, like, alleyways and they're like mazes and it's like so different. It's so weird. There's this one like graffiti of some sort of character over and over. It kind of looks like a mushroom or like a muffin. I don't know what's up with it, but I thought it was silly. This was on the boat ride. Just off at the side there. Yeah, I went to Target once. It was so no, right? Like it's like I used to think like Walmart and Target like that's just normal. Costco's the weird one. I get back here and it's like they're all just like small Costco's. What's wrong with them? It's so bizarre. And like genuinely the fact that you can like going to the different places like the stores we went to and just like the so noticeable difference on like the quality of the grocery store food is insane. It's so insane. Uh We went to the lock bridge where people put like locks out. No, don't do that. Wait, which German grocery shops did you go to? You expect me to remember the names? Wait, actually, I kept most of my receipts. Let me go. Um, let me shuffle through the rest of these photos really fast because otherwise the camera will shut off and I have to find my spot again. And then I'll grab my receipts to show you. There's a sidewalk, colorful like rainbow sidewalk, which I thought was awesome. Look at it, it's colors. There is a person playing the piano I recorded the audio of. Ducks. The ducks got so close to us. Do you see this? Do you see the proximity of the ducks? They're so close. The vines going up this tree. Look at that shit. It's like the tree is like 5 times thicker and it's vines. Oh no, did my. Oh, okay. I'll go grab my receipts and then I'll go back to doing the camera because it just stopped my progress. Okay, be right back. Alrighty. Let me move my stuff to the side. This is every bit of paper that I got that I remembered to not throw away. Hopefully, wait, I don't know what kind of information's on receipts. Hold on, I should probably look through these. Surely it doesn't put my card number on. So, let's see, what's this one? Is this an ice cream place? No, you know what I'm gonna miss the absolute most is spaghetti ice. I need to, like, figure out how to make it myself. Just cover the bottom. The bottom. What's it say on the bottom? Oh, it just says, like, the last 4 numbers. Okay, gotcha. Cool. So, yeah, I bought so much spaghetti ice. Like, when I got ice cream, spaghetti ice. So this place called Zanoi Zanoi, I think is how you pronounce that. This was in Vienna. It's just a kid eating ice cream. I love that. Spaghetti ice. No, actually, like I need to unironically, like I need to figure out how to make it so I can have some because oh my gosh. And the apple juice there, when it's not sparkling, it's so good. I hate apple juice. I had apple juice there and now I want to have apple juice every day and it's so sad. Honestly, it was a meat grinder type thing, and then it's strawberry sauce. Yeah, they put like whipped cream underneath the ice cream too, right? Or some sort of cream, I think. What's this one? Art. I think block. Yeah, block that off. So this place we went to was what did I get here? I don't even know. Oh, this was the very last day when we were leaving. So yeah, this was the chocolate I bought to bring home. I got Kinder Bueno. Not worth it with all the packaging. I gave in the last day and I wish I hadn't. I think, yeah, I got a Milka, normal Milka, and I got a strawberry, like cream one. I got a one that had birthday wrapping because it was my sibling's birthday on the 9th. And then I think I had one other thing. Milka, yes, sir. I'm so glad we at least have Milka here. There's like I don't know like the name of the brand of the chocolate, but it's like the chocolate and then there's like filling or like hazelnut on the inside type stuff, and it's so good. And I want that here. It's so sad. Okay, let me see this one. This one I had to go to a pharmacy and a drug mart because my grandma on my mom's side she and her husband live in Germany for many years and she wanted me to get her diaper cream and like nasal like stuff you put under your nose because I guess they just make it there so much better. She sent me on a mission to bring her the stuff back and I did indeed buy the drugs in Germany that she wanted. Okay, what was this one? This was this was just a supermarket. Mini M&Ms. I'm so good at reading what this is telling me. But yeah, here's this other one. I went to Yoshbar. Set that to the side. Okay. Yeah, also, I'm not going in order with this because I have no idea what the order is. I'm just pulling out my receipts. Let's see, this one. Hans Kebab. I feel like the kebabs were like a hit or miss for me. First one I had was the best one I've had in my life. The last one I had was the last one for a reason, because I accidentally got it with spice, and it was way too spicy, because I'm a baby. Oh yeah, this was the chicken doner without tomatoes, because I hate tomatoes. So there's that one. Wonderful little receipt. Oh yeah, my plane ticket. Probably won't be showing my plane ticket with all the wonderful information plane tickets have printed on them. Go-to ones are good, but it can be bad sometimes. Yeah, definitely. But I got addicted to schnitzel like day one. Like, if I could have schnitzel as a meal weekly or more frequently than weekly, I totally would. I'm going to have to try spaghetti ice. Yes, you will! Yes, like, actually, I'm not even joking. Like, I'm having withdrawals. I'm thinking about it and I want to cry. It's so good. Like, every single place, there's like different scales of how good it is, but it is good. Everywhere, it is good. Ah! I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This was at the Eibsee Pavilion Biergarten, where I got currywurst for the first and only time because I didn't like it all that much. I think it was also just like the spices they add with it. But yeah, currywurst and fries. There's that. Also, can I just say, the economy there is so wonderful. The conversion rate to US dollars is painful, but once you have the euros, it's just so wonderful. Like, what do you mean you can go and you can grab a whole bunch of stuff and you're not even breaking like 20 euros? I'm gonna start sobbing. Oh my god. Are these two different things? No, this is just one thing. I think this is a restaurant. But it does have my card information at the top, so I won't show the top of it. What was this place? Oh, was this the one? No, this is the cheese, is it? Yeah, this was the second burger I got, and it was like, oh wait, do I need to block out anything else? I don't think so. In Munich. This was in Munich. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, this was my second burger I had at the place, and it was like cheese stuff. And then I also got like, I don't know what it was. It was like also, it was almost like sugar pretzel instead of salted with like chocolate over it. It was so good. Like, I missed the food. I already missed the food, and I've not even been gone for 24 hours. Do you understand how bad that is? Exactly. You get me, Yelor. You get me. Okay. What's this one? I love sweet pretzel stuff, right? Restaurant. Okay, this one was in Garmisch. Don't want to show my card information. Does this one not tell me what I ordered? Is this supposed to be two different things? I don't think this is the same thing. Do you have the little chocolate covered pretzels, like the hard kind? Yes, we do, but they're bad. The chocolate is bad, and the pretzels are bad. It's so sad. It's like, genuinely, having chocolate here now is gonna be like eating wax. Like, already, some chocolate, when you're just like only having American chocolate 24/7, like if that's the only chocolate you've had experience with, you can tell some of it tastes like wax. And now it's just all gonna taste like wax to me. It's so sad. I've ruined everything. I don't even know what this is saying I bought. I'm so good at reading. Okay. We'll just set that one aside because it's like, I think just my card information. American chocolate is so bad. It is so bad. Ah. Say, what's this one? Restaurant. Also in Garmisch. Oh, Stroganoff. Okay, so there was this German, like restaurant I went to here. And the Stroganoff was so good. And I got the Stroganoff at one place in Germany. And it was like such a letdown. And I don't know if maybe it was just bad at that one place, or maybe like the place I went to here was like top tier, but it was like so sad because I really wanted my stroganoff and it just wasn't popping off that time. Yeah, here's this one. I think this is covering things, right? Yeah. So here's this. We got another lovely receipt. Where's my other receipts? I also have all of the train cards that we've got. This doesn't have information, so I'm good to show it. Yeah, this one's for Salzburg. Got that one there. And then, oh, don't fall. Which one was this to? Oh, I can't remember. We went to way too many places, but it was like so awesome. Got this one right here. There's stuff on the back. Let me see. Oh, I've got another receipt. Let's see what this one's for. I feel like peak tourist keeping all my receipts. Like, who keeps all your receipts? That's like an insane thing to do. I didn't get a receipt. If they asked me if I wanted a receipt, I said no, just for the sake of not printing receipts. But other than that, I kept these things. What was this? Literally have no idea. And it's really, really tiny. I can't even read it that well. Okay. Let's see, what are the other places? Oh yeah, these are, so yeah, we've got all of our train and bus tickets and tour things. So you just got this one. We've got this one. Train. Or I don't think that's a train. I don't actually have no idea. I don't know if there's like a specific word for this specific type of. I want to call it a train. It's not a train, but I don't think we have a word for it in English where it's like it goes at an angle and it's like a kind of like a standing, you've got like sections to stand on. It's like built like a bus sideways on a train track. And I've never seen one of these before outside of when we went to Austria and Germany. And it's like I have no idea what I'm supposed to call it. And then we had, where's this one too? Is this our card for the place we stayed at? No, this was just another scanning ticket. Oh, this was up to the mountain. This was up the Berg. So we got that one there. And then this was to the salt mine. So you've got that there. This one. And then I think that's, oh, it's a few more. Yep, this one's also to the mountain, and then also to the mountain, and also to the mountain. We had so many tickets for that one. What's this one for? Hello? Oh. Can I read maps? I don't think I can. Was this Salzburg? This was Salzburg. Cool. I'm so good at reading things. Hi, Athena. Yeah, I got a little booklet for this place in German. If there were German versions, I tried to get them. There were some I got the English ones, and Athena, so cute. Athena, they're talking to you. They're talking about you. They are. Come here. Hi. Hello, puppy. Oh, you lay down by my feet. Hi, puppy dog. Lubbers, Athena. The puppy of all time, honestly. This wasn't the Natural History Museum. This was the other museum we went to. I preferred the Natural History Museum, but I think I would have liked this place a lot more if I had gone through it more. We just didn't have a lot of time. So here's like the whole layout of it, and then the end right here in front of it. They had a whole bunch of things in. Hi, Tina. Can I fold this properly? I cannot. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, good enough. And then we went to Neuschwanstein, the castle, and going up to it, so painful. Healing down from it, so fun. Also Garmisch. OMG. Yes. Oh, hold on. Can I read? I don't know if I can. I do my best. Yeah, this was up Garmisch and the mountain. Let me unfold this whole freaking pamphlet here. Look at this. Look at all this paper. Look at all this stuff. So yeah, we went to the highest place in Germany. Crazy. And then we also went to this last one. We went to Dachau concentration camp. And this art thing that they have, like right dead center, I didn't realize what it was at first, and I was like walking through the building, and there was like a few windows that faced it, and I was just like looked out of it. I was like, oh wait, that's literally like the people. It's meant to look like barbed wire, but it's also like the people with how like horribly treated and starved they were. I'm like, that's so mind-boggling, and like incredible art, and Jesus Christ also, because it was, yeah. Wow. But yeah, we didn't spend as much time there as I wanted to either, because there were a whole bunch of rooms I wanted to check out. But I went around, like, I think to, like, about this part of the building, and then also the scale of it. The scale of it is mind-boggling. Like, until you're actually there, you don't realize just how big it all is. It's like think like big college campuses is like the size of the place. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, and then I went up around the corner here, and then by that time we had to go. But yeah, just an insane place to see. And that is that all my receipts? I think that is all my receipts. So I'm going to grab all of these and hopefully not show my wonderful card information while I'm at it. And put all of these back, and then I will come back and attempt to work on this a little bit more at least. Oh my goodness. I did not realize I had so many receipts. Oh my god. Alright, be right back. Alrighty. Okay. So rest of the photos. Let's go through the rest of the photos. Just so that I'm not bouncing back and forth a million times more. Remember where we left off? I don't know. Surely I'll remember it at some point. I think we got to when we were leaving. Oh, here we go, Kostya. Okay. We got to the ducks. And the tree. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, we went to a, I don't know if this was specifically the one that was, mainly orientated at Sissy, but there were, like, these bushes that had, like, plastic bits over them, and there were spiders in, like, the entire thing, like, spider webs all over it. I thought that was really, really cool, because I love spiders. Speaking of, there's another spider at the corner of a building. And some ducks. Oh, and I think this was called, was it like Man Island or something, this one? We had to get on a ferry to get there. I'm gonna have a bath, so lurking for a bit, but be back afterwards. Sounds good. Some picture from one of the train windows. This was up in the mountain. It was so foggy you quite literally could see nothing. So I didn't get many photos. Literally just the one I showed you. But there was a lake there, and the water is like so crystal clear. There's a little duck on it. More trees and plants and bits and bobs. The water and the waves. I'm so annoyed that the stream camera isn't picking this up all very well, but oh well, what can you do? Like, look at it. You can just like see all of the stones and stuff. It's cool. There's some more ducks. There were ducks all over the place. And then we didn't get to go, and it was also a holiday, so like everything was closed. But, shoot, it was like, they do like is it every 10 years? Um, I don't know if it's every 10 years, but the place said they put on a play to not get diseased, and I guess it worked, and they put on the play like every so frequently, and it only got postponed twice. I think one was because one of the world wars, and one was because COVID. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm sure like I'm so good at descriptions. Oh, this building had like little carvings of like animals and stuff into the side of the banister, which I thought was awesome. And we went on the alpine slide and frolicked in the flowers and grass there, of course, as one does. Some more buildings and towers and things. It's foggy this day. I'm like trying to. Ooh, here we go. This was last place we were at in Munich. Really big tower. Also, the lens flare in this one was pretty crazy. And then the path here, I can't remember what they called it, but basically, people used it to like avoid some. It was like a statue. I think it was of a person. I think the statue was of a person. It was either of a person or it was just like had the names of people on it. But they like avoided it because they had guards there that were like force you to do Nazi salutes going by. So they were like, yeah, people use this to not do that. How awesome and cool. W and base. And this was the other museum, and I don't think I got many photos of it. I got a photo of the train car and then the table because it was paper airplanes. And then there's this one place where, like the train tracks, there was just like grass where they are, which I think is so awesome, and I love the look of that. And then this river with a walking sign right dead center of the water, I thought was funny. And there's this bird, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to find out what it is, but it was just a bird in a tree, and like the underside of its wing was like blue, like blue, like sapphire blue, and my camera was not picking it up well for the life of me, but it was so pretty. And then here we got this one. I really like the color of the pillars here, so at one of the stations. And then some more like plant graffiti bits and bobs. And just all of the trains. Look at all the trains. You can't see them at all, but these are all trains. And train tracks. And then this is the last photo. We were at the BMW Museum. I'm not a car person, but there was a wall that had a lot of mirrors, and I thought the mirrors looked cool. So I got a picture of the mirrors at the BMW Museum. And this was also like towards the end. I have a lot less pictures because my camera storage was running out. And we also went to the Olympic pool and swam in it a little bit and went off some of the diving boards. What else did we do? I feel like there's a lot of things I don't have photos of that were like super iconic things. Let me see, because I know we had the itinerary in a drive. So let me see if I can pull that up quickly. And I can just like read to you guys all the stuff we did. Only one of our things got canceled, and it was a tour of FC Bayern in the stadium stuff, or like the place. I just know it was FC Bayern. Which I'm not a sport person, but I was disappointed because I did like a slideshow presentation about them like 2 years ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I recognize that name. That's crazy. Okay. Here we go. So, on 31st, we got in the airport. Oh, well, there go my headphones. That's fine. Nothing's playing. Got in the airport and left. On the 1st, we landed in Amsterdam, then to Vienna. We went to Hofburg Palace for a tour and explored the gardens. Then we went to Stephansplatz, which is like a shopping center. and we hiked the stairs at Stephansdom, which is the big tower that I showed the picture of, and it was like we literally did that day one, and my legs have not recovered since, but at least I'm like super buff in my legs now. Um, Dinner at Figmüller's for the big schnitzel and my lemon juice incident. And we got gelato at Zenoy and Zenoy's, which is one of the receipts I showed you guys. And also went to the Manor store. And then the second day we went to the Schönbrunn tour and we hiked up the Glorietta. And we also had lunch there. And we went to the museums quartier, which is where we went to the Natural History Museum. There's also an art one and I think an opera house. And then we went to the theme park and went on the Riesenrad, which I'm probably saying all of these words horribly wrong. And then we had, I think we had dinner on our own at that time. And then we also went to a classical concert at St. Peter's Church. And one of the people fell asleep and their head like banged on the seat in front of them, and the sound echoed so loudly. It was so funny. I think we got dessert after that. And then we toured Belvedere Palace Museum and Gardens. Went on the Karlskirche tour, and then we went to Hallstatt with the bus. And we also went to Melk Abbey, and that was what we did on the 3rd. And on the 4th, we went to the Hallstatt Mine tour. The Bone House, went swimming also the night before then and that day. And just like walked around a whole bunch and went to like the park. We also played this was really funny. Wait, no, I already said this. I am like literally like so bad at keeping track of the things I've been saying. It's awesome. I've also had to like tell like all of this stuff like a million times over, so my brain's like not collected anymore. On the 5th, went to Salzburg, went on the Hellbrunn Palace tour, shopping, went on the Hohensalzburg tour, then to the Salzburger Dom, and that's when we also went on the boat, which did like spins at the end, which was really funny. Then we went to the Mirabel Gardens and went to Garmisch, and then took the ferry to hold on, can I say this word? Herrenschemsee Palace? I'm probably also butchering that. And we had dinner at Garmisch and went to bed. I think that was. There was one restaurant, I think it was Garmisch. We like split up in groups, and like this was like the funniest dinner we had because like the guy who was like the waiter, like we fully thought he was kicking us out. He's like, "Look, there's a rainbow outside. Go see the rainbow." And lo and behold, not only was there a rainbow, it was a double rainbow. He was just like, "Oh yeah, let's show these stupid Americans this awesome rainbow," and it was great. And he was such a vibe. Um, so that was really funny. And then that was on the 6th. On the 7th, we went to the Zugspitze, which was the mountain. Then we went swimming. We didn't actually go swimming, but we walked around the Eibsee. And we were gonna do mini golfing and didn't, which I'm happy about because I hate golfing of any form, so I'm chill with that. And then on the 8th, we went to, what was this? Oh my god. Oberammergau? Hello. Oberammergau? I don't know. I think I'm saying that word really wrong. We went on the Alpine slide there, which was fun. And then we went to Neuschwanstein, which was the big castle. And then in Munich. And then on the 9th, we went on a like history and World War II walking tour throughout Munich, which was I think the second guided tour we had. All the other things we did that were tours were like audio tours of museums, and then otherwise we were just like wandering the places. We had lunch in the Virtualenmarkt and went to the Deutsches Museum. Wow, Dutches. which was that like large museum pamphlet I showed. And then did we do that one? I don't think we did. And then we had dinner at the Hofbrauhaus, which I think, yeah, some people did that 2 nights in a row, but I only did that 1 night in a row. On the 10th, we went to Dachau, the concentration camp tour, and then we had lunch at Scarletti, which is the oldest ice cream shop in Munich, which of course I got spaghetti ice. I literally got spaghetti ice every time we had ice cream, which was frequently. And then we did the BMW Museum and the Olympia Park, which we were supposed to tour but didn't actually. We literally like just went to the swim there. And then we went to Marienplatz for souvenirs and stuff, and had dinner. And then that was literally the last day because the day after that we got up, got ready to pack and go, and then we left and we were back in Amsterdam and then back on a 9.5 hour flight, which was oh so wonderful. So yeah, that was how my whole trip tripped, and it was literally like the best thing in the world, and I'm like so sad to be back, but I'm sure I'll be able to manage. But yeah, now that I'm glad I forgot to change off of just chatting because we really just have been just chatting. But now we're locking in. It's time to lock in and do some making and crafting, as I said I would. So, this. We're gonna put this on later just because the doing this part for the straps, like the handholds, was very tedious, and I would rather just work on the actual bag more. So, right now, what I've got, if I can lay this out somewhat sensibly. So this is gonna be the mouth of the bag. So I should hopefully be able to fit in the things I need to fit in. And then we've got all the cords going around. So, I did put the link in chat like literally ages ago. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just leave as is. So I think the video did like two, what are they called, like box knots, and then start connecting them. So I'm just gonna follow along with that because I literally don't know what I'm doing. Except for there were 4 strands, so I think I'm actually losing my mind. Hold on, what? Okay, I think you do 2. Okay, so I think my problem is, do I have fully even number of cords is gonna be a big issue. This, oh, I don't know if I do, hold on. If I don't, this is gonna be a problem. 14, did I start on green? Hold on. Okay, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, thank God. So this is gonna be fine. So yeah, we basically just choose 2, do 2 rows together, and then we start switching and going back and forth to connect the ones next to each other. So it doesn't really matter where we start, we just gotta have the 4 cords here. And I think I finally actually understood how to do this knot. So you take this underneath here and then through this one. And it makes this little loop kind of thing. And we want these ones to be super duper tight, which is a bit difficult with how they're spaced. So I might need to not have them be tremendously tight and go from there. So yeah, we got that, and then I'm going to tie it the other way. We looped it through that way, so now we want to loop it through this way, I believe. Yeah, okay. Let's tighten that off. Pull these 2. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be... It's gonna be weird to try and figure this out perfectly, but we're gonna do our best. So we've got that one set. Now I can move on to the next 2 here. And we'll just do the same thing all the way around. So, I believe, hold on. I know what I'm doing. I probably don't. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I do want them to be pretty equal with each other. And worst case scenario, I just have to undo a lot of things. So wait, I had to go through there, so now I need to go through here. Yep, okay. Sick. And then for that one, we just tie it tight and pull the middle ones through. Watch, it's fine. So it's not one for one gonna be exactly the same, but we want them to be at least similar. Okay. It's very hard to manage using with all of these cords, but it's fine. Carefully. Just the same. This one's a bit tight. Good enough. I didn't realize I had two of the same color directly next to each other, but that's totally fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And I don't feel like trying to use my brain to figure things out differently. Okay, so then this goes that. You pull this one tight, straight. Go too far. Cool. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna try for like the millionth time to see if I can get Spotify to work, and if not, then I'm going to start suing people. Oh? Oh? Is it working? Grab my headphones? Is it working? Do we get Two Door Cinema Club? After I finally stopped yapping? We do. Okay, let me know if audio balancing is messed up or if it's chill. Sick! I love background music. Literally, Two Door Cinema Club is the best. I listen to them on every single flight. They're such a vibe. Moment I was never what I am. Take me to where you are, what you do, and why I'm done. Won't forget, I won't forget. Maybe someday you'll be somewhere talking to me as if you knew me, saying I'll be home for next year, darling. I'll be home for next year. Okay. Whoa. On to the next two. Between the lines, the only one seeing that you didn't understand. To your bed and give me the sweetness, the sweetness. I don't know what to say enough. There's used to accentuate another day, another year. This looks like it needs to be pulled tighter. I don't know why it's as loose as it is. And then I'll be home for I don't remember which way I went for this one, but I think this is right. Be home for next year, darling. That was not right. Okay. If you think of me, I will think of. Okay, hold on. I think I've messed this one up. Let me just redo the whole thing. Be somewhere talking to me as if you knew me, saying I'll be home for next year. Oh, there goes my camera. Maybe sometime in a long time you'll remember. I knew that's it. Oh, am I getting? Okay, cool. I love when my phone goes off. It's so funny. Talking to me as if you knew me, saying I'll be home for next year. Okay, so left, which means we need to loop right next. Yeah, I don't know why. I think these two chords coming loose a little bit, which is ever so slightly concerning, but that's fine. I need to loop left, which I think is what that is. Relocation. Design. Like the perfect creature. Guilty feature. Using the 9 to 5 to work on sleep. Pour the champagne, leave the bar. Lead the way until everybody on. The ones who carry on. Beyond the satellites. Oh, this is the right home. Abandoned home. Oh, I keep hitting that. Some future home. Water's fine home. Going places. Bro, I want so badly to make like an edit of this song to some like Severance scenes, because like if you look at the lyrics, some of it could go so hard. I just need to like get the time, which I think I'll actually have the time. Hopefully this summer, because you know it's summer, so surely. This right? I think so. Maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe no. We on the satellites in direction, oh, think it's a right, oh, news abandoned, oh, I'm on your side, oh, into the future, oh, the water's fine, oh, going places, and coming with us. Oh, be the exception, oh, intentional, right, oh, places and come together. Oh, why is this coming loose? Oh, no. Things abandoned, oh, I'm on your side, oh, into the future, oh, water's fine, oh, going places, and coming with us. Oh. Okay. One's a bit flimsier than the others, that's fine. Cool, so now kind of got our first loops and groupings. And I think the person said to do 2 do this twice. Let me double check. I could. Well, I already have it pulled up on the computer. It'll be easier to check there. Okay. Let me just double check this quickly. Okay, no, it just looks like it goes straight into just crisscrossing them. Cool. I'm gonna do that then. Need to like move all of this over. Okay. It's so difficult to try and find like a good place to set the ends. Okay, so it's gonna be. So I want to have all the colors not together, so I am going to crisscross these. And we're gonna have to do that with all of them. Okay, let's go to the left. This is gonna be the best way to do this here. Time. I can get what I want. Alrighty. Look at me. Look at me. Is this right? I think so. Okay. So now we kind of gotta do this fun measurement game where I gotta decide how big I want the holes to be. And that looks like it'd be fine. Stuff might fall out of it though, so, well, it's just the top. What we need to focus on is the bottom. So we can, I think this is fine. I think this is great. We're just gonna go with it. So now I need to do, I think, which direction? This way? Yeah, there was also another time, this was on the airport to the way back here, and I ordered a cup of strawberries, and a guy was like, "You want champagne with that?" Like, yes sir, please oh please. It's very funny. This one's already crossed, awesome. Makes my life a bit easier. Those are pulled a bit tighter here. Okay. Now, this way? No, I went that way already. Okay, what the heck? There we go. This is. I need like 5 more hands to be able to do this well. Okay. Okay, yeah, we want this to be significantly pulled tighter with this one, so. Oh. Okay. Go on to the next ones. What the hell's happening here? I was very confused for a second. I'm so glad I got to see these guys in concert. It goes so hard, the music live. Okay. She spoke words that would melt in your hand. She spoke words of wisdom. The basement people to the basement. Many surprises await you. In the basement people in the basement. The last time you know we're gonna find you. Checking the car seat cause you're not up to going. It's just completing your mission. Even the last time you know we're gonna find you. Checking the car seat cause you're not up to going. Okay, I think this one now? Did I pull left or right? I can't remember. If I go like this, the one I pull goes underneath. Oh, wisdom. I think this is right. The basement. Okay, I need to space this one more. And the last time you know we're gonna find you. Checking the car. You're not up to going. It's completing your mission. And the last time you know we're gonna find you. Checking the car seat cause you're not up to going. Just completing your mission. Go this way. Go. Boom, ba-doo, boom, ba-da-da, boom, boom, ba-doo. And the last time you know we're gonna find you. Checking the car seat cause you're not up to going. And it's just completing your mission. Like this needs to be scooted over a bit more. Mission. Okay. So I think I pulled. Yeah, I got this way now. Ready. Get that out of there. Okay. These two and need to swap these. Come on. Take me home, swear and say home. I think I did that wrong. I feel like I did. No, maybe not. Oh no, I got to know. Yeah, I guess not. Seems like it, but maybe not. Maybe I give myself the benefit of the doubt and hope it's all going great. Okay, so I pulled it through that way, so I just hold on. I think, yeah. Something. Something. take me home. Swim. Why is this coming apart? Oh, Monoguta. Okay. Am I missing a cord through here? Here. It should not be apart. I have to make sure to go back through and like double check all of these knots. Okay. Tell me something. Take me home. Swear something. When I can say no. Alright, should be these four. And the devil wants you back, and you never find yourself with an open heart. You find to say alright. You said the devil will want you back. Open heart. Okay, this one's being super annoying. I think I pulled it through this way. This way? Here to the others. Oh my god, I need to tighten this so badly. Holy shit. Said the devil will want you back. Okay. Alrighty, I got the first few bits done. Now we alternate back to side 2. So this and this. Awesome. feel like having something to kind of hang it by and then just like turning it would work really well, but I simply do not have that kind of a thing. Secret. I'll think it all. Still think it all, think it all out. Now you're writing a song. Okay. Yep. It's two. Something that you said. Since waiting, he's no lady. Oh, we've made a mistake. Lost our minds. We've lost our memories. Oh, what's it gonna take? It's always someone else playing on the shelf. Is it in? You never pay the rent, but I don't mind. Since you loved him so. Good enough, good enough now. Now you're Arizona. One of your own. Now are we ready? Hold it steady. Oh, we've made a mistake. Lost our minds. We've lost our memory. Oh, what's it gonna take? There's always someone else swaying on the side. The world today, it comes in green and gray. And so it's your rain and an instant karma. That's what they sold to me. A puppy. Around the zone, you say goodbye. What would you say? One of your own. Are we ready? Hold it steady. No, we've made a mistake. We've lost our minds. We've lost our memories. Oh, what's it gonna take? There's always someone else swinging on the shelf. I love that song so much. It goes so hard. Are we ready? Hold it steady. Oh my god, it's been 3 hours. I yapped so much today. Yeah. I guess we're listening to the live versions. Kind of worried to try and messing with Spotify in case it just like shuts down on me again, so that's alright. Hold it steady. What's going on here? Oh my god. Did this just come first? Oh, yeah, I don't know how well this is gonna work out, but whatever. Some of the chords do seem to be coming loose. No for a cigarette. You can see it change. Don't pass the bottle of wine, don't pass the bottle of wine. Show me your favorite things, show me your favorite things. Oh my gosh, okay. This is like such a mess. Oh my god. Okay. And you can see it change. No pass the bottle of wine, no pass the bottle of wine. Looking up. Show me your favorite thing, show me your favorite things. And you can see it change. No pass the bottle of wine, no pass the bottle of wine. And you can talking of. Show me your favorite thing. I think I need to be tying these tighter at the ends. Some of them are coming loose, which is not what we want. Bro, what the hell? Okay. I'll do this one. Fix that. Hello. Go. Okay, yeah, this is fully come undone. What the hell? Right. So easily. Tell me what you doing. Alright, this is what we got so far. All of these rows are good, so I'm just going to try and tighten all of these. I want it all. I like the way you talk. Okay, so now this is how big this is, so it might be a bit of a stretch getting things in, pending, but I think it is working, question mark? Something's definitely happening. Kind of hard to show it up. Okay, so yeah, I think we just need to repeat alternating back and forth, but this has also taken a bit more time than I expected it to, I think, especially with my yapping. So I think I'll try to do one more like row, and then we might be ending it at that. I like the way you talk. Everything you want. But yeah, I think the more we get through, the more structurally sound it will be. So we really just got to keep getting at it. If it's only a thought you're living as a starter, I'll take time and a wonderful life beside her. I see you guys when your hands and hands inside her. If you want to hold you back your wonderful life, the one life to love was it too. I don't say for long. It's a long little life, long little lifetime. Talk about it, but you never ever wanna think about it. Talking, but you never gonna find a way to make it fit. Sometimes around you. say that I can't. Sorry that I can't get through. Suitcase to regret. Oh, if we only knew. Take back your wonderful life and all the life and then we're better. It's never means anyone. Don't say that for long. It's a lonely little life, a lonely little lifetime. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, B. Where am I at? Got some more to do. Bro, I cannot get that high. At least not right now, when my voice is like literally dying. Tell me something. I got to know. Yeah. 4 different colors. 4 different colors. Cool. Alrighty. I think I need to be making the holes bigger because it's kind of closing off quickly. It's a bit annoying. Thoughts so far, anybody? I think I'm just tying them in smaller sections than I need to be, which is making the whole bag actually closing off, which is not what I want to be happening. But in better news, we're actually getting through quite a bit of the cord doing this. Like, I can fold it in half and this is like it, so it'll probably be literally that. With the way of using it though, who knows? But yeah, I think I will just end stream and work on this more individually. Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. So let me get docs pasted in here. Alright, so docs, links, same difference. I'm like losing my mind. So yeah, we have the recommendations form if you want to recommend me different types of streams, different things to do, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna turn the music down a bit while I say this. But yeah, if you want to recommend me games, different types of like stream categories, different follower goals, for example, which I actually should change right now. Give me a second to do that. Not Shutterino, I need Streamlabs. Okay. Should we pull this up quickly? Follower count. Let's do out of 70. Save settings. Okay. So that will eventually load. I think it lags a little bit sometimes, so who knows when that will go through, but it should be good now. So yeah, and then also we've got the VODs channel if you want to check back streams, different types of categories. For example, this would be like crafting type stuff, which I'll be putting in once I end stream. And then the Tumblr, which I mainly use for like I'm gonna be live, I am live type of things, but like especially with the photos that I showed, I'm probably gonna put a few of them on there. Oh, and there we go, Streamlabs just updated. So, let's see who we can raid into. Let's see who's live. Anyone that I'm following live? We've got, also, if any of you have any suggestions, let me know. We've got Shovel and Prince Am, I think. If I'm able to do Shovel, I want to raid into her. She's so epic and cool. There looks like Minecraft, and I literally have no idea what on Minecraft, but you know what? Let's see if it will let me raid. Yep, okay, cool, awesome. So yeah, we will be raiding Shovel. Everyone go say hi, be lovely and nice as per always. And I will see you all. I'm not sure when, my schedule's kind of out of whack. So I'll probably go through and update that eventually, so you'll likely see that more on the schedule page than through me saying anything, or it might be like a Tumblr post I make. But I will see all of you at some point eventually. I know that Nabbit wanted to play a game, so we might be doing that in a week or so. I think more lethal lobbies, of course, because those are always the best. And also Minecraft. I am going to be locking in for Minecraft so hard. So yeah, I will see you all later. Bye! Hi VOD watchers, hi non-raiders, I'll also see you guys all later.